Hi everyone, I'm Guomolanzi. Thank you for choosing my beginner guitar tutorial series. Today we're starting lesson 4, plucking methods. The right way to pluck strings helps you play beautiful sounds. Wrong plucking techniques. Even after years of hard practice, you still won't get a good sound. I often hear students playing guitar and sing skilled, but the sound is sharp and unpleasant. Of course, it might have something to do with your guitar, but mostly, it's how you. Some plucking methods are actually wrong. I once heard, can't remember who. Some people can make a cheap guitar sound like an expensive one. Others might make an expensive guitar sound cheap. That's a bit exaggerated, but it shows how important it is to pluck correctly. Before explaining finger plucking technique, let me start by showing you how to hold the guitar. I'll first show you the wrong way to hold it. What is the correct way? Let's look at the proper way to hold the guitar. There are two main sitting postures, cross-legged and sitting with legs apart. Also the standing posture. This is what we often see at concerts or shows, where guitarists stand confidently and play with ease. Only suited for performances. And if you want to at home, you can just play and enjoy yourself. Either way works. But if practicing regularly, you can sit either cross-legged or with your legs apart. Both postures have right and wrong ways. The one I showed was correct. Let's look at the wrong way. Let's look at the first mistake. This mistake happens because of this. The guitar headstock is pointing sharply downward, and your whole back is hunched over. If you're still a teenager, playing like this for a long time could cause you to hunch your back. Plus, it just looks bad and uncomfortable. And your guitar headstock is tilted like this. It's also bad for your playing. Alright, this is the wrong way. There's another way. Look at this one. This one is wrong. The guitar headstock is too high. The guitar almost completely off your leg. You're practically dragging it. You won't be able to play freely like this. These are wrong. So, the right way is, don't bend your body like this. You don't need to be stiff like a soldier. Just relax. Let's look at the guitar. It touches body in a few spots. First, if we hold the guitar like this, you'll notice this part of the guitar is made to rest on your leg. You can rest on your right leg. You can also put it on your left leg. That's one contact point. The second point touches the front of your body. Rest in. Watch how to position it. Once these 2 points touch your body, there are rules. Some students lean it on their body, twisting it. That's also wrong. Some even end up like this. Worse. This guitar should be held straight like this. Good. After these 2 points, let right hand hang down naturally. Then bring it up and rest it on the guitar. This is natural motion. When left hand presses strings and play, your left hand becomes another contact point. With these points, your guitar will be very steady. You won't have trouble holding it steady anymore. Alright, that covers the holding posture. If possible, it's better to have a mirror in front of you. Take a look. Is your posture right? Is this correct? Hey, now let's talk about plucking technique. About plucking technique, not only will we show which finger plucks which string, but also explain right hand's correct and incorrect plucking technique. In other words, how to pluck correctly. Hey, first we won't focus on plucking. I'll first show you which finger plucks which string. Then we'll see how to fix any mistakes in your plugging. Hey, first, our guitar has 6 strings, some thick, some thin. The thinnest string is the one at the very bottom when you hold your guitar. It's called the first string. The thickest string is the 6th string. From bottom to top, the strings are numbered 1 to 6, from highest to lowest pitch. Hey, we use our right hand to play the 6 strings. We have 5 fingers. And usually, the pinky isn't used. Used only in special cases. But usually, when starting out, you don't use the pinky. We use 4 fingers to play all 6 strings. How do we assign fingers? Alright, everyone, listen. Strings 6, 5, and 4. Those are the 3 thickest strings on top. They're all plucked down with the thumb. How do you pluck them? Some ask. Where exactly do you pluck? Use just the tip of your thumb. Try it. Which part of your thumb gives the strongest pluck? Some use this knuckle to pluck. But that won't give you much power. Some fold fingers like this. This is wrong. Plucking. You're using the side of your finger pad. This is strongest part. Use this to pluck. Since we can try strings 6, 5, and 4. When you play. When starting practice, pay attention. After playing 6th string, move to 5th. After 5th, move to 4. After 4, move to 3rd. Strings 6 and 4. Good, practice this way. Next, first string. We use the index finger to pluck the first string out. These motions are opposite. One moves down, the other up. When plucking up, use both your fingernail and fingertip. Right, fingernail and fingertip. Don't just use fingernail. Your fingernails shouldn't be too long when playing. If they're too long, you can only use your fingernails. If nails are very short or missing, plucking only with the finger pad can make the sound dull. It takes lots of practice to brighten the tone. Using nail and fingertip to pluck is the best way so far. Hey, the first string is plucked upward. The second string is plucked upward with the middle finger. The first string is plucked upward with the ring finger. Let's quickly recap. Strings 6, 5, and 4 are plucked with the thumb. Then the first string with the index finger. The second string with middle finger. First string, ring finger. Hey, that's finger placement. Like I said, the hand position has strict rules. Now let's review how to pluck the strings. Let's practice. So when you see this part, practice 10 minutes. You can pause the video. Just 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Until you get more comfortable. Let's see how to fix it. Before we get to that, place index, middle, and ring fingers on 3rd, 2nd, and 1st strings. These are strings you will pluck. Place thumb on 6th string. Now that you placed fingers, each student likely holds their hand. A bit different, with many ways to place fingers. Some put them this way, some that way. All kinds of different ways. Let me show you the right way. We'll start from here. First, your wrist shouldn't rest heavily on the guitar's top. Some students press down on the guitar top this way. This is wrong, you can try yourself. When you press down like this, your whole hand tenses up, you can't relax. Don't do what some teachers recommend either. It's also wrong to force your wrist to stick out like that. Actually, any forced movement while playing is wrong. Just let it rest here. The wrist isn't lowered or raised. It's natural. This is the most relaxed position that covers this area. Starting from how you hold it, take a look. If you hold it this way, pull your 3 fingers back and bring your thumb forward. Just like this. You can see in the video how my hand is angled this way. So how do you tell? When you move thumb aside, look how these three fingers rest on middle strings. You'll see the front side of your fingers. Some place them this way. Then you see only the side. You can see the three fingers clearly they're blocked. This is wrong. Only when placed right will you be able to see all three fingers clearly. You should see their front. In other words, you're using the front of your finger. Pluck string. You're not plucking at an angle. Pluck with the front. Once in place. Some students ask, should these three fingers stay together? Or should they be spaced apart? No need to worry. I've seen teachers like this. They insist on keeping fingers together when plucking strings. I wouldn't say this approach is totally wrong. Not an ideal method. As I said, any forced movement is wrong. Okay. Don't overthink fingers. Be natural. You can play guitar like this. I don't have students who play like that. It just needs to feel natural. Relax hand. Okay. When you play like this, remember this. My thumb is ahead of my index finger. Because I'm not doing it this way. It's wrong if behind. No matter how you play. Notice the thumb is always ahead of the index finger. If these two line up this way, this is wrong. Putting it behind is worse. We've all seen students play like this. They seem to know what they do. Listen to this. Doesn't sound good. A lot of people play this way. All wrong. Some play like this. These two fingers always point at each other here. All are incorrect. No matter how well he plays, still can't tell whether the tone is good or bad. All these methods are wrong. If you play like this, you'll get a somewhat better tone. But pay close attention to the thumb and index finger here. To improve more, make sure fingertip and nail hit the string. You've probably heard of free stroke technique and the rest stroke technique. What I teach about the thumb resting on the string is that after playing the 6th string, it rests on the 5th. Right, now when playing acoustic guitar, with this acoustic guitar, the three fingers use a combined technique, where finger pad and nail pluck strings together, which gives us the nice sound we want. Whether you rest your finger on a string or pluck higher ones, it's just to get a good tone. As long as you get the sound you want. That's all there is to it. For now, just follow what you see in this video. In this lesson, besides learning the right and wrong ways to position fingers and hold the guitar, remember to pluck the 6th, 5th, and 4th strings downward with your thumb. Then the index finger plucks the 3rd, the middle finger the 2nd, and the ring finger the 1st string. Let's practice by playing strings 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. When you play strings 6, 5, and 4, keep these three fingers on the strings you can't play otherwise. Many students do this wrong without even realizing it. That's incorrect. Place these three fingers on strings 3, 2, and 1. Then the 6th, 5th, and 4th strings are fine. After plucking, play each string one by one, keeping those three fingers still. Start with index finger, then middle finger. Finish with ring finger. Play in groups, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Why do I have you do this? That's because if your fingers are always floating like this, in that position, you never have a steady anchor. So, you'll never get really good at playing. No need to look. But if you keep it steady, you'll build a habit of this motion. This way, you won't mess up. Some might be wondering, should I watch or not? At first, it's okay to watch while playing. 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then when familiar, stop watching. 6, 4, 3、2、1. Just follow my method, and you can play accurately without looking. But if you don't, you won't play right. Remember, these are the key points of parking technique.